Find the center and the radius of the following expression. So we have x square plus y square minus 8x plus 10y minus 12 is equal to 0. So the funda is we need to re-express the following in this form: x minus h the whole square and so on and so forth. To do that, we have to make use of a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square. To use that, we need to have a square plus 2ab plus b square. Right? So we have to go to that point. So very first thing that we need to do is rearrange them. X square, all the x terms together, 8x, and then all the y terms together, plus y square, plus 10y, and then the constant term aside. Now, where is that we are looking at a square plus b square plus 2ab and all of that? Well, we have to make it to be so. How will we do that? This is where I come into picture. This is what I have to teach you guys. Everything else is quite simple. Minus 8x plus 10y is what we have to work with. So first I'll start off with x square plus, in this case minus 2 into, see, we need a square minus 2ab plus b square. We have x square, good. We have 2, okay. How can I get 2 from 8? With 4. A is x, right? A is x, and here b will be 4. Minus 2 into x into 4 is minus 8. Does that make sense? Then we have 16 square. So that's how we can re-express this particular expression as, right? Next we have plus y square plus 10y, which I'll write it as plus 2 into a is y into 5. Does it make sense? We are making use of both plus or minus 2ab. So plus 2 into a into b. So here b has to be 25. Sorry, 4 square, and this has to be 5 square. My bad. It's not 16 square, this is 4 square. Now, end of it, we have the constant minus 12, and this entire thing is equal to 0. So is this correct? Not exactly. What's wrong with this? Well, how did I get plus 4 square plus 5 square all of a sudden? We can't just write any number. But I can do this, minus 4 square. And I can do this, minus 5 square. That sounds okay, but what is the logic behind it? Let me explain this. I'll rewrite over here. Let me make some space. This is not exactly. Just a second. Okay, right? So we're just rearranging and writing it. Now, how is that I'm able to do this? So a small note, something called as additive identity that we have used before and studied before. Where is that? We have studied this, I think, in 7th or 8th grade. Additive identity is 0. What does it mean? What can I add with an expression like a plus b so that it remains a plus b? 0, is it not? I can add 0 with anything. How can I write 0 as? Well, that's a weird question. I can write 0 as 16 and minus 16. Is that correct? This entire 0 I can replace with 16 minus 16. Does it make sense? Now I can write this as a plus b plus 4 square minus 4 square. Do you guys agree with that? And that's how you will end up with a plus b written as a plus b plus 4 square minus 4 square. That is, we can do the same thing with anything. I just took a plus b, I can do with anything. And that's how I got 4 square minus 4 square and 5 square and minus 5 square. The reason being this thing, let me change the font. This expression is nothing but numerically 0. Agree? and this is the funda. Now making use of, we have to officially write what formula are we using. A plus or minus b the whole square, which is a square plus or minus 2ab plus b square, right? And then we can write the first set of expression as this thing as x minus 4 the whole square, that is a minus b the whole square. Then we can write this set of expression as again y plus 5 the whole square then we have minus 16 minus 25 minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, and finally we have x minus 4 the whole square plus y plus 5 the whole square. So minus 16 minus 25, all that came from this set of values. Agree? And so we have this, all of this will add up to, this is 53. Okay, and this we need to re-express as root of 53 square, right? And the reason being a to the power of n whole to the power of m, which is a to the power of n into m. Okay, so if you guys are not exactly aware of how this came into picture, a quick note: we have a, right, any term, any number or any variable which can be written as a to the power of 1, and 1 can be written as 2 divided by 2, right? And 2 means in the power is square and divided by 2 means root, so root of a the whole square, and that's how we get this root and square over here. And finally we can write, on comparing with the standard form, which is your x minus h the whole square plus y minus k the whole square, which is equal to r square. So we have h is equal to, okay, I'll show you guys a trick so that there's no confusion. See, we have minus h over here, minus 4 over here, so minus h is equal to minus 4. So multiplying with negative 1 both the sides, this implies h is equal to 4. Then plus 5 and minus k, so minus k is equal to plus 5. What does it mean? K is equal to minus 5. Agree? So multiplying with negative 1 both the sides, we'll end up with such an answer. So we got h and k value, and finally we have center of the circle is 4 comma minus 5, and the radius is equal to root of 53 units, right? So this would be your answer. Okay, let me erase this, it's a bit confusing. Yeah. One more small change so that you guys are not confused. So in place of this, let me use it over here. Okay, that's too big. I think that's okay. You guys will be able to figure that out. Okay. I think that's okay, but better. Right, from there we get a plus b the whole square and a minus b the whole square. I think that representation is better. Okay, guys.